I've got a little van load of scrap metal. I'm at the scrapyard. Shouldn't take me too long to empty the van. Then I've got a few jobs to collect and then I'm going to my workshop. That was 1 tonne roughly of scrap metal. I've got a little bit of stainless, a little bit of dirty alley, some cable, some motors, a little bit of brass, and I keep them. 1 tonne and 20 kilos. My wife's not at home today, so it was Cocoa Pops for breakfast / lunch. 3 bowls of Cocoa Pops and we're straight back to work. I picked up a few appliances on my way home. I'm now got to go and collect 2 boilers and I think it's either a dishwasher or a tumble dryer for an old lady. And then I'm going to go to my workshop and we'll find out if my gas bottle works. It's pretty cold today. You can see we had our first little sprinkle of snow last night. A junk boiler. So I'm looking for number 10. Not sure where it is. No. That's number 10. You can see it on the bin up there. Number 10. Don't see any appliance though. Can it be up behind that bin maybe? This job's already more hassle than it's worth. And the gates, that's not locked. Come that one's 16. Right, I'm away. That's a waste of time. She only phoned me about it yesterday, so unless it's been sitting here in this car park and someone else has lifted it, I don't know. At least my boiler is still where it's supposed to be. This is a junk one. I've sorted out my van. That'll probably be hit ready for work tomorrow. I'm going to go in the workshop now, get the shutter down and get the heating on. Just going to sort out my little buckets of non-ferrous. Starting the motors. I don't open ones like that up. I would say that one's too modern and probably won't have copper windings. These little small ones. That's a dishwasher one. These are usually maybe 50-50 for copper. And that one's copper. Keep all my copper motors in that bin down there. I've also, now that I've got a machine for stripping the motors, I'm also now taking tumble dryer motors because they seem to have a higher percentage of copper windings in them. That one is copper. This is a washing machine one. Oh. That's copper. Washing machine one, that one is copper. Yep. dishwasher one. I'm going to keep it if it's copper. There it is. In fact, it might be a bit small. I'll keep it. Tumble dryer one looks copper. Oh, it's aluminium. Well, a lot of these small ones are copper, but I don't bother with them anymore. They're a bit too small. Household cable goes in that barrel. Singles, I keep them separate. They're better money than household cable. I don't get much of them though. Batteries. That's what I've got left. A little bit of brass, a little bit of copper, one piece of aluminium. There's another little copper motor. Putting a little bits of copper that need cleaned in there. I need to clean that. The rest is brass. Just goes in my brass bucket. I'm going to finish the rest of these motors and then I'm going to try the big motors in the machine. I won't film these ones again, but I'll come back once I've got them finished and I'll start doing these ones and I'll let you see how I get on with them. I've never tried motors this size. I have no idea. So I've figured out that this is the limit on how small my motors can be, but I have no idea how big the motors can be. So we'll find out if it can strip these ones. I'm going to put my apron on, so I feel like I need to show these. If I'm improving it, then the wee clasp on the back. First time, right? First time of the day. Not too bad. I'm forgetting that I'm also going to put the heating on. Right. Right, I'll let you know if it cuts out. Right gentlemen, this is 55 boiler pump motors How long do you think it will take to get them stripped? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes? Leave a comment. It is 23 minutes past. I'll let you know when I've got them finished, right? Right, I managed to do 53 of them. This one has a metal sleeve stuck inside it. And this one is a bit too mangled to put in the cutter. I could maybe do it, but I didn't want it to mess up my time. So we'll say 53. And it is 10 to 2. So how many, what's that, like 40 seconds? Let me do a sum. So that sum is apparently more difficult to figure out than what I realised. But I think I'm going to call it 44 seconds. You can let me know if I'm wrong. But I'm quite pleased with that. That's pretty good going if you can strip one of them in 44 seconds. You can strip them by hand. They don't take long to strip by hand. The problem with doing it by hand is that it's quite labour intensive. So although you can strip them by hand, it's not fun to strip them by hand all day long for hours and hours on end. Whereas using the machine, the only effort involved is my thumb gets a little bit sore from pushing that up and down. That's it. That's what I wanted the machine for, just to cut out labour. That's it. Anyway, I'm going to try these big motors. I'll set you up so that you can watch, and I'll try and figure out what attachment to put on, and we'll see how well the machine will cut and pull the copper out them. Look at my little heater. Can you see how it's glowing red? It was never doing that before. So it's definitely much better. I'm going to continue to put a little bit of oil on this, because it's just sliding. It's metal and metal sliding up and down in there. Did I switch the camera on? Yes, I did. So that's my smallest size. I think they've put 90. But then, I don't know what that is. See if I can show you. I don't know what that is. What's that supposed to say? A G and then, I don't know, Chinese symbols? I have no idea. This one is 110. But is that a 95? Do you think that's a 95? So 90, 95 and 110. Is that what we're saying that size is? That is 110. That is 95, so that one would be 90. Right, okay. I think I'm going to be using the biggest one. Oh, that's not really going to fit then, is it? That's my biggest size. We'll try it. What's the worst that could happen? And then shall we use the biggest? Yeah. We'll use the biggest adapter. waxing quite violent. Some of them are still stuck in it, if you can see. Right, so I think we've went from trying to strip ones that are too small to instantly trying to strip ones that are too big. Some of them, I think this one must have been glued, because I don't know if you can see, some of them are they only have a few pieces of copper left inside them, but they're stuck solid. They're stuck solid, you know, so maybe I've just started with a difficult one. Try again. Try this one. Oh, I need to change that adapter. I think this is the exact same motor that I just done. Oh no, this one's even bigger. So this one will probably be even tougher to get out. I don't know if I should be cutting these ones in half, splitting these with an axe, because they're apparently too tough. They're too tough. And these ones are just going to be too big. What's this? These ones are just too big. I think they're all too big. So that's going to be my maximum size. That actually fits inside the jaws. That's the maximum size. So I'm going to split that one in half, and I'm just going to do these bigger motors. Can you see them? I'm just going to have to do these bigger motors by hand. I'll put this one on the machine. Try this one. These ones are easy to strip by hand, but I'll try them on the machine just to see. These ones I need to do by hand. This one I need to split in half, and then I'll try it in the machine. Tidy up a little bit. Are you allowed to whistle on YouTube? Or can you get copyright stricken for that as well? If you whistle the tune too perfectly. Right, I'll show you how I would strip the big ones by hand. Let's start with this one. This is the one I want to split in half and then put in the machine. Let me show you. It's quite a difficult one to split because it's been welded, so I'm having to split the welds. Let's see if the little machine will pull them through. Oh! It's just too big. It's getting jammed. Right. Check the camera angle again. tough one. Let's see if it comes out any easier hammering it. So, I bought the machine to avoid having to do that. Maybe I should have bought a bigger machine. Again, we've got ones that have been welded. Sharp, my axe might not be sharp enough. Nice little bundles of copper in them. Right, let me do that with the rest of these ones, and then I'll probably change the adapter on the machine and I'll try those ones. Well, that was even less fun than I remembered. Show you my wee bucket. It's filling up nicely. Right. I'm going to mess with this machine again. See if I can sit it somewhere better. Again. I think I need to replace this one because that's too big. This is the next size. going to work really well if you have motors that are that exact size. These washing machine motors, I don't know if it's worthwhile using it for them, but try it. Might be. I think for the washing machine motors it might be a bit unnecessary. I'll show you how I would normally strip a washing machine motor. That feels a bit messy. I've got all these wee small pieces everywhere. Mixed in with bits of broken plastic. Right, I'll show you how I would do a washing machine one. Can you see me there? Yes. I think I'm finished with this machine for now. I'll put it away. I'll probably leave that machine there now for maybe months until I've saved up another load of boiler pumps. It's not going to be something that I use terribly often, unless I go out and start buying electric motors, which I don't really want to do. If I was getting them at a very good price, then I would, but sharp marks. Give it a go and see. Definitely needs a little sharpen. Max a little shot. A little bit better maybe. Let's try one and see. That's me finished. I'm going to get packed up. I've heard my phone go a few times. No. I've got 3 radiators to pick up. That's it. It's been a bit quiet for scrap lately, considering this shouldn't be my busy time of the year. I don't know if maybe there's a wee quiet spell in the economy. It's as if people are not quite spending money. I don't know. People have got to spend money on new appliances and new radiators and stuff before I see any of the old stuff, if that makes sense. Anyway, have a nice night, gentlemen. I'm going home.